You are welcome to Enu Cultural Forum. Today we are going to be looking at a very hot topic. So let me give us a little background of what is happening. There is serious insecurity in Nigeria, high rate of insecurity in Nigeria. And our traditional societies are beginning to look at traditional ways of solving the security challenge. For this reason, so many Igbo communities, including my own community, has done the same thing. What is this same thing that they are doing? They will bring out the ancient deities of the community and use same to swear against people who are causing this insecurity to fester in the community, especially the indigenous collaborators, because it is believed that no kedi no guankedi loya bianazo nembodo. It is the domestic rat that goes into the wild to tell others to come that there is fish inside the kitchen storage. So, because of this reason, most traditional rulers, most kings in Igbo land, especially this western part of Igbo land, communities like Ubuluku have done the same thing. In fact, it started in Ogwashuku, where they brought out an ancient deity called Ngene and used it to swear who is from that community, who is in any way colluding with outsiders or anyone to cause insecurity in Ogwashuku. Now, after Ogwashuku, other communities have followed suit. Ubuluku has done the same thing. Asaba has done the same thing, especially when there was high rate of court killings in Asaba. They did this. Now, other places like Iseluku, I use their picture even as one of my thumbnail here, have done this. And today, the 13th day of June 2025, Ibuzo, another Igbo community in Delta State, are currently, as we speak, using the same method. Now, my question is, how well has this method worked in the places where it has been used? It has been used in Ogwashuku, like I narrated, Emegewe in Ubuluku, Emegewe in Iseluku, Emegewe in Asaba. Now, they are doing the same thing in Ibuzo, using these traditional means to fight insecurity. How has it worked? How viable is it to use these means? They will bring out the deities and swear that anyone from the community who is in any way assisting, collaborating, partnering with these criminals to cause problem in the community, that the deities should wipe out these persons and their family members, usually the persons. So far, in all these communities I listed, up to 5 communities, not one is presently free from this insecurity. Now, the Obi of Ogwashuku did something further, like I heard. So we will say allegedly. Now, he set up a separate security network to assist the local vigilante, and they are currently in the forests of Ogwashuku, securing the borders for Ogwashuku. Kidnappings and other minor security problems have reduced, at least in the last 6 months. But for other communities like Obuluku, Iseluku, there is constantly a report of insecurity. Report of either somebody who went to the farm was attacked by kidnappers and all that. I am from Ubuluku. I'm seeing your comment. Ubuluku is in Aniocha South local government area of Delta State, Nigeria. Now, all the communities in Western Igbo land, just recently we saw when Umunede was attacked, and even their king was among the people leading the fight from the front. These Western Igbo communities are under serious attack from insurgents, from bandits, from criminals who are usually of the Fulani stock. It is not an allegation. In my community, for instance, people are daily kidnapped, and they do not target you if you are a rich person or a poor person. They don't care. As long as you are from that community, they whisk you away into the forest. Demand for ransom. The community begins to contribute monies for ransom. This is the state we have found ourselves in western parts of Igbo land. So today, as we speak, today the 13th day of June 2025, Ibuzo community has brought out their own deities, and they are currently swearing against these insurgents. Now, my question to you as a follower is this: is this the best method to tackle insecurity? Or does it even work? Is this a good method to be employed in tackling such security problem? Are there better ways? We have seen in other climes where technology is employed to tackle insurgency, to tackle these security threats. We have seen places where forest guards are set up. We have seen places where local vigilantes are empowered to look into these problems, because the challenge of the vigilante is very, very valid. Their challenge is that they are not well equipped to face these people. They are not well equipped to face these people, because the people the vigilante are coming up against have stronger, more sophisticated ammunition compared to what themselves have. They may just have a rifle that can shoot maybe 2 times, they call double barrel, while the people they are up against can have up to 100 rounds of live ammunition. So it becomes an uphill task for members of the local vigilante. And these people are also taking time to first camp in the forest and know the terrain very well. Some of them even know the terrain more than the locals. So in all the forests of the western Igbo parts, you have insurgents living in the forest. Now this one I can say authoritatively because I have gone to the farm, seen farms that were raised down, grazed upon by cattle. Now some of these farms that were grazed down by cattle belongs to the locals, and you dare not speak out about it. You dare not also touch the cattle. Now, to tackle this, the traditional rulers have had several meetings with the various council chairmen to strategize on what they will do. But all we keep seeing is meetings upon meetings upon meetings upon meetings. Implementation of the policies they have discussed in the meetings, we have not seen its results. Particularly now in Ibuzo, they are employing the use of their deities to swear. Just like we have seen in Iseluku, Ubuluku, Ogwashuku, Asaba. Yet, ife na-ebe ka na-ebe, if I will speak it in Igbo, nye dị n'ebe oke dị n'ebe ogene. As it is in Ubuluku, so it is in Ibuzo, so it is in Asaba, so it is in Ogwashuku, so it is in Iselazaba. Our people can no longer go to their farms and come back in peace. In fact, this is one of the reasons for the high cost of food items. This has been predicted several years ago, but the person who predicted it was maligned, locked up, is still even locked up, and you dare not mention his name. All the things he talked about, all the things he warned against are now presently happening. People are not only kidnapped in the forest, they are picked up even in their own houses. Some of them end up being killed even after paying ransom. So I'm asking you, and I want this to be participatory, is it right to employ the use of deities to fight insurgents? Has it worked anywhere? From my experience, from what I have listed so far, insurgency has not ended, the insecurity has not ended, the kidnapping has not ended in Ogwashuku, it has not ended in Obuluku, it has not ended in Iseluku, it has not ended in Iselazaba, it has not ended in Nsaba. Today, Ibuzo are doing the same thing. Do we hope that the case of Ibuzo will be different, or is their own deity stronger than the deities of all these other communities? Remarkably, when Asaba did their own, they brought deities even from other places like Ubuluku. Please share this video to your audience and let's have a collective idea. Let's also profile solutions. In the past, also when our trauma dunilo or basiuno, when a man is chased from outside, he runs to his home. Our people can no longer run to their home. Before they will say, it's only across the eastern part of the Niger. No, it is now the same thing from the Asaba Head Bridge down to even Lagos. You can see the popular incident that happened in Uromi. I happened to share time with about 47 of the people who were arrested from Uromi and also heard their own experiences. A very harrowing situation. A very harrowing situation. In the previous administration of General Muhammadu Buhari, people believe that since he is a military man, he has the requisite experience, military experience, to tackle the insurgents. But nothing changed. Most local governments in the northern parts of Nigeria were under the control of these insurgents. That was in northern Nigeria. Now we have a southern president who is from the west. And we believed that having him will bring a halt to all this, because maybe those people were doing all that because now anyway, what is the president doing to end this insurgency? These people's mission is not just to kidnap people, but to instill fear in the locals that they can no longer go to their farm, they can no longer produce what they eat, invariably now depending on the North to feed. They can now abandon their land so that they can come with large chunk of money and say we want to buy this land between here and here. And when the community reasons that or is a holding ground for criminals, they will decide to sell it off. Our people are being twisted to sell off their land. Please share this video massively to your audience. I rarely do such video. I rarely discuss such matters. But I have to discuss this one because I have gone and seen with my eyes. I have also contributed to ransom payment. Our people are under siege in western parts of Igbo land. In other parts of Igbo land across the eastern part of the Niger, that one is a no-go area. I can confidently and comfortably say that in our own region, the western part of Igbo land, it is mainly Fulani men that are dealing with our people. I have been privileged to also answer phone call when a few people were kidnapped, and I know the voice of the people who spoke with me, what they spoke, the tone and the language they spoke. And even when the people were released, they also mentioned these are the people who kidnapped them. The cause of sticking together as a nation has not really helped us as Igbo people. Why are we always made to bear the brunt of all this? In the West, where the President Ajibola Ahmed Tinubu is from, they have their own security outfits, Amoteku. In the eastern part of the Niger, we have the Agune Chamber. In Anambra, we have Operation Udogachi. We have the Eastern Security Network as well. In the western part of Igbo land, everybody is doing their own thing separately. Because, first of all, there is denial. They don't want to be Igbo. They don't want to be associated with Igbo. In fact, during one of the speeches of the military generals in Delta State recently, he said, we have successfully stopped those insurgents from crossing the River Niger and coming to Asaba. Asaba is not Igbo land. All the surrounding communities in Delta North, 9 local governments, are they not Igbo land? 9 local governments in Delta North are Igbo local governments. Anyocha South, Anyocha North, Oshumili South, Oshumili North, Eka South, Eka North East. That's 7 now. Okwane and then Ndokwa. 9 local governments in Delta State are Igbo, are of the Igbo stock. So the governors in southern Nigeria, since there is geographical divide, have not helped in any way at all. If we were in eastern Nigeria, or if we have been drafted into the eastern Nigeria, yes, 9 local governments, my brother, 9. They call us now Delta North or Anyoma people. Anyoma is also an acronym for those 9 local governments. A for Anyocha. Anyocha, there are 2 Anyochas, just like you have an Anyocha in Anambra. Anyocha South and Anyocha North. I am from Anyocha South. There is Oshumili South and Oshumili North. Anyocha, and Anyoma is A-N-I, that is A for Anyocha, N for Ndokwa, I for Eka, O for Oshumili. Eka is where you have Abo. And as an Igbo person, you know what Abo means. That is also an Igbo territory. Welcome, even far away from Abo, up to Ibanke, are all Igbo territories. These are the 9 local governments that are Igbo-speaking local governments in Delta State, and we are the largest. Yet you will see some of us attempting to deny their Igbo identity, thereby endangering us. Whatever is happening, as well, no petuike or petuache, nyed nebo kid nebo gini. Whatever you see happening in the southeastern part of Nigeria is now happening in the western parts of Igbo land. And nobody is speaking out for us. The insecurity is very high. In fact, the people who are saving Ogwashuku now, as I heard, were brought in from the eastern part of the Niger by the king. And they have successfully secured Ogwashuku. We are under siege. Our people cannot go to farm. If it's women, the women there will be all actually Igbo. So our people are under siege. Please share this video and also give us a thumbs up. It will help the engagement of the video to come up so that it can have more views. Our voices need to be heard. What we are going through, people need to know that this is what we are passing through in Western Igbo land. People need to know what we are going through in Western Igbo land. Our people cannot go to farm. This is the peak of the farming season, where you are supposed to have corn, where people are supposed to have planted their yam, and yam requires attention of you going to the farm most of the time, and our people can no longer do so. A poor farmer can be kidnapped and they are demanding 10 million naira. Now, because of sympathy and Obiwane, you know we Igbos have this Umunna spirit. The Umunna will start contributing money. That Okonkwo has been kidnapped. Oh, hey, they kidnapped him and his children. Oh, they released the wife, released the daughter. They are now holding him. Or they can kill the man self and take the children. And people start contributing ransom 2,000, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. Before you know, they will raise that money and take to these people in the forest where they are. What stops the government from going to this forest with their security forces to dislodge them, Bikono? Where are we going to run to? Is it when we will now say, oh, no, you don't take laws into your hands? Look at what happened the other day in Abraka. Abraka is no more than 1 hour. Or 1 hour 30 minutes. 1 hour 30 minutes is very far. If you follow through the right road, through Nsukwa. Look at what happened the other day there. These people enter into school hostels, private hostels anyway, and take people away just like you hear in the north. This is what we are going through in Delta State. The speaking part of Delta State is what I'm speaking about. Other regions can talk for themselves, and they are not, those areas are not easily as, for instance, places like Delta Central and Delta South, surrounded by water bodies. That excuse of bringing cattle and saying, is because we have cow, we are coming with our cow, we are not criminals. They cannot have that excuse to enter into Delta South because there is water. If you bring cattle into water, water will swallow your cattle. Unless you want to use sheep or big sheep to carry your cows around. But in this area, just like our Eastern Igbo brothers, we have land, we have grassland as well. So they use that excuse to make camps inside the forest. When they get hungry, they start kidnapping. There's no kind of crime these people have not committed in our land. There's no kind of insecurity you cannot hear. So we are calling on the government to come to our rescue. If they can,